Morning, friends. Yeah, slept really well last night again. I successfully pulled off the bonfire without signaling a rescue, so yeah, that was good. Probably a bit foolish. Yeah, don't follow my lead. But yeah, it was a good time, and it did actually rain quite a bit after the bonfire, which probably helped. Just put things out and safety wise, so I didn't accidentally start a bushfire. I did take precautions, but yeah, that was good. Getting pretty tired of the survival stew. Yeah. But you know, it's food, so whatever. Yeah, pretty much just doing random crap, avoiding boredom today. I might go for a walk into the dry wood section, or the dry woodland section, this afternoon, just for shits and gigs. But yeah, it's pretty much just chilling around, keeping cool, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get to it.
By the pricking of my thumb, something evil this way comes. Double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, fillet of finny snake in the cauldron boil and bake, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble. God damn, Macbeth is bis.
It's a little bit concerning that a lot of those things are actually in my soup. Oh well, time to eat. Yep, so survival tip of the day. This is sort of bagging myself out from last night, but the tip is do not travel at night. Or, don't travel to a new spot at night, or try not to move too far away from camp at night, because it is super easy to get disorientated. I was pretty close to camp. I was only about 200 meters away, but even still, without a torch, it's pretty crazy to find your way back. I didn't get lost or anything. It was a pretty easy trip back, but the forest can be confusing at the best of times, and a pretty massive labyrinth at night. So yeah, don't travel at night, only travel during the daylight, and keep safe. Yep, just on my way out to the dry woodland area. I'll just share with you why I'm actually so bored. I brought almost nothing to entertain me into this trip. So I brought my book, and that's about it. I deleted all the songs from my phone. I closed all the tabs on my browser, and uninstalled Netflix on my phone. And yeah, that was just to sort of emulate an actual survival situation, because this isn't really meant to be a holiday. But now that I've sort of got the survival stuff down pat, I've kind of got nothing to do. Or I do have stuff that I could do and can do, but nothing that I have to do. So yeah, I'll just be chilling around, doing random crap, being a bit chaotic, but yeah, there you go. Righto, bush tucker of the day / survival tip. This is a melaleuca, or a tea tree, or a paper bark. It's called a paper bark because of the paper likeness of its bark, pretty obvious. It's called a tea tree because it actually stains the water that it's in or around with its tannins, a deep tea colour. So you can actually make a tea out of the leaves. It's pretty shoddy tea, but it'll get you going. The flowers have quite a bit of nectar in them, so you can swirl them around in water and make a sugary drink, or just suck on the flowers directly. They're not too bad, but no flowers at the moment. It's the wrong season. The leaves also can be made into a bush soap. You crush the leaves really tightly in your hands and rub them together with a little bit of water, and you'll get a lather going from all the saponins. What else? The paper bark is really useful for starting fires. So you separate each individual layer and it takes a spark really easy. So yeah, a very useful tree, and they're very iconic in Australia, so something to keep an eye out for. Just thought I'd share what books I read and what resources I used before getting into the bush to prepare me for the trip. And it's some really useful stuff if you're wanting to get into survival, or you're wanting just to learn a bit about what it takes to survive out here. So there's a book by Tim Lowe about edible native plants. That was really helpful. There's some work by a guy called Les Hiddens. He's the Bush Tucker Man. He put out some good stuff back in the 80s and 90s, I think. And yeah, there's a bunch of online resources you can look into if you're wanting to learn. It's probably a good thing to learn, even if you don't expect to get in a survival situation. It's just, useful knowledge, even to just flex on people. When you're out camping or out on a drive or something, you can point stuff out to them or eat some stuff. So yeah, there's that. It's pretty unfortunate, actually, the amount of information we've lost, because we disregarded a whole lot of what Aboriginal people knew, and we treated them really, really badly when we got here, and so we've lost an insane amount of knowledge about our country here in Australia, but there is a fair bit out there that you can get around. So yeah, be informed and learn about your area or learn about areas you're about to go into. It's always a good step to take if you're planning a big trip. And there you go. So first injury of the trip, was in the dry woodland area under a eucalypt, and it dropped a limb, which they're known to do, and it kind of scraped down my left side a little bit, and scratched me up pretty good. They're called widowmakers for a reason. It probably would have killed me if I hadn't jumped back when I heard the crack above my head. So something to be thankful for. But yeah, still sucks. It hurts quite a bit. I'll see how bad it is when I get back to camp. I did hike in with a pretty decent med kit, so that's what I'm doing now, and I'll see you back there. So I've started cleaning up the wounds. They're really not that bad. The cheek one's definitely the worst. But yeah, I got some disinfectant here. Should be good. So I'll just be treating this and probably taking it pretty easy for the rest of the trip. North Queensland, man. When a druggie isn't trying to stab you, a fucking ant will. Oh, man. They're really not too serious. Wouldn't be super surprised if they don't scar up, because they're not too deep. The shirt took a lot of the force away from me. Not that it like an old structure or anything, but it allowed me to take that extra step back. So happy about that. Pretty pissed off that I don't have a good shirt anymore. I'll still wear it, but I'll wash it as best I can to get the blood out. I just need the sun protection. And I don't have that many days left in here, so risk of infections are a little bit lower. There we are. It's looking better already. Yeah, it's just as well I hiked in with a decent amount of medical supplies. I'll make that the survival tip of the day. Bring a med kit. And I'll add on the signal for SOS, which is ... dash 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 ... or flash flash flash, long flash, long flash, long flash, flash flash flash. I'm not going to use my emergency signal because these really are just scratches, and I'm not in here long enough for them to turn septic as long as I look after them. So yeah, should be fine. Yeah, I'll put some solid dressings on them, and I might wear a bandage over this section just so the straps from the bag don't rub as much. It's pretty overkill, but yeah, it'll help with the chafing. So there you go. The limb itself did actually cop my hat a bit. Well, it cocked my head and hit my hat. Not like hard enough to give me a concussion or anything. It was just a bit of a scratch, but yeah, it ripped the canvas on my hat, and yeah, it did some solid damage to this shirt. So yeah, that's going to be thrown away when I get back home. Fucking trees ruined my shirt and my favorite hat. Fuck. But yeah, I suppose there's nothing else to it but to yeah, get these cuts dressed up and yeah, take it pretty easy. So that's what I'll be doing. Stupid trees with the high ground. Didn't even stand a chance. Almost took out my left nipple tit. Anyway, I'm gonna have some soup, pack up my med kit, and probably head to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. And it's just started raining. This has been an incredibly crappy day.